This is How Far,
A podcast hosted by
me, Temi Otedola.
and me, Mr Eazi.
Ew. Okay. How far? How far Dubai edition?
How far Dubai edition? When you want me, when you want me, I'm in Dubai and I'm jamming. How far, Temi? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm very good. I guess we could call this the Dubai edition. We could also call it the engagement edition. Because yes.
No, I think we can just call this How Far Season 3.
No, this is a special, guys. You're not getting a whole season. This is a special.
No, this is Season 3 and it's just one episode.
Okay, that's madness, but we can say season 3 is a single episode because you're going to get so much spice and ginger from this single hour with us, guys. But I'm good. I woke up this morning in Dubai. I've been here for a week. And what made today extra special was that you came to Dubai.
Yeah.
Guys, get you a fiance who will fly to Dubai for one night to see you.
Yeah.
Energy.
We thank God that Sapa is not holding me. Thank God we can afford the ticket to fly out.
We thank God. We thank God.
People. But yeah, we're talking, and then I'm not gonna see you till maybe end of May. And then I was like, okay, if you happen to be in Dubai, I might as well just come through.
Yeah, and we didn't know when you guys would get another full season. You know that our schedules are crazy.
Yeah.
So we don't want to keep on leaving you for 6 months at a time. So if you do enjoy these specials, let us know. We'll do them in different cities around the world. But I think I want to clear up something.
All right.
I think we discuss this sometimes. Like, people think we're always together.
Yeah.
Like, if they see me in Monaco, they assume you're there, even though I'm there with my dad.
Yeah.
If you are in LA, they'll assume I'm there, even though you're there working. Or in Benin. Like, whenever you're in Benin, people think I'm there with you.
Yeah.
Like, guys, we see each other like once every 2 months.
Every picture you take, they're like, oh, Mr. Eazi took the picture. Although I do take good pictures, by the way.
Bruh, it's my assistant. It's my lovely assistant. Like, you take good pictures, but we are rarely together. And when we are together, you guys see it. We take our annual vacation. Maybe we're together 2 days here, 1 day here. But like, bro, like, even you getting, like, we have 24 hours together.
Yeah.
And we're recording this podcast for you guys.
Yeah.
So you're even chopping from our love time. You're putting us to work.
But I think I like the fact that we could do this because it's like an activity. It's like, you could go on a date. You could go for dinner. You could go for paintballing. You go to watch the movies.
Okay, you never taken me on dates like that.
Oh, I've never dated.
I'm saying paint, but you said paintballing.
Yeah.
You take me on great dates, but those were some good ideas.
Oh, you want to go paintballing? I didn't know you like that kind of stuff.
The thing is, I'm just scared because I remember every movie I watch where they go paintballing, people are always like in pain and they have marks. Like, what's that movie I love? With Julia Stiles and Heath Ledger. What's that movie called? 10 Things I Hate About You. There's an iconic scene where they're paintballing.
I can't remember. You know me, I just watch movies. I don't remember. It's gone. But hey, we've been, since we put out the last episode, which was this year, right?
The last season.
The last season, sorry, was this year.
Yeah.
Was around March.
Yeah, they've been fed. You guys are chilling.
Oh, for real?
You guys are chilling. No, Feb. It'll be
February.
Feb time, yeah.
Yeah, since then I've been in my new home. In case you don't know, I now live in Cotonou, aka Benebiza. Woo, woo, woo,
Benebiza.
woo, woo, Benebiza. I've been recording my album and I've been having the time of my life, like, having a routine and having my Chop Life Sundays, which is where, like, I just party on Sundays and I'm the hype man and there's a DJ and we just have fun and drink a lot of tequila. I need a tequila brand endorsement. And somebody is also like gone ahead and been in a second movie, and the movie, The Man for the Job, might be out when they get it.
It will be out.
Yeah, so you guys, if you're listening to this, go check out Temi's new movie where she's killed it. I watched the trailer today. I think she was the best. She gave the best performance, man.
Stop it. Stop it. You're
Facts.
biased. You're biased. Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting to have a new movie coming out. And what I love about this movie is that I feel like you're seeing me in a totally different vibe. Like, this is very high paced, high energy. And there are a lot of different emotions. There's like, a tongue-in-cheek part. There's a full drama part. There's an action part. In some parts, I'm the villain. Some parts, I'm the victim. And it was really cool learning about tech as well. Like, I was really into my tech before the movie started because I play coder, programmer. A really smart girl. I love smart women. Shout out all my smart women out there.
Like, you went in, you were like doing tech bros.
I got books on Python, on everything, to be honest.
Like, come on, babe, just go there and freestyle.
No, we need to know our algorithms, please. And AI programs. But no, it's really cool. And yeah, you know me, I'm so proud of this, but I'm always like, what's next? I can never sit still. And now I'm already like itching my fingers for the next one. I'm ready. I love being on set. That's just the truth. I love being on set.
That's beautiful that you love that, but you have to like you have to take it in. The movie's just coming out. Like, it's, I think, because you're ambitious. Like, and I relate to that always. What's the next one? What's the next? You might not get to enjoy. Like, it's like you've not even enjoyed the moment. So you should just pause and enjoy the moment. And then, like, the next one will come. Like, it will come. Like, God's got you.
Yeah. But what I think what's different about music is that, like, that's things, you don't enjoy things, but that's just weird for me. But, like, you can go and create an album without anyone else intervening. Whereas as an actress, you have to wait to be hired. Do you understand? So kind of like your next project is in someone else's hands.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't like, because I am a control freak. So I don't like not knowing what's next, and I can't twiddle my thumbs. So, if the dream project doesn't come along, I'll be like, okay, what else am I doing? What else am I scrambling to do? Whereas, if you want to create an album, you can go create an album. Acting is so collaborative. You can't make a movie by yourself.
But this thing, like, it's the same thing. Like, when I put out my first, in 2017, when I went on my tour, there was like, nobody was booking me.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
I wasn't getting booked. Like, fair. I had maybe 4 or 5 smash hits out, like, everywhere, but I wasn't getting booked. And then I went ahead and, like, booked myself. So paid for that first venue. I put up a flyer with, like, dates that didn't exist. I just knew I was going to go there. And then people started to call. So I think if you're feeling like you want to, perform at a different level, or you want to, like, work at that next level, and you don't like the speed at which it's coming naturally, then I think that might be a sign for you to just, like, take control of the situation. And it's like, just go get it. Start your own company and, just go get it. Like, I just think, like, you can do whatever you want to do. Just go get it. Like, start your own label. Like, sign yourself.
Can I manage you? I'd love to manage you.
Yo.
We always talk about this. I'll be too strict. Everyone from your team will run away.
I think you can manage me, and then I'll manage you.
I would love for you to manage me.
If you agree to that, then, like, but if I were your manager, like, if I'm anybody's, like, the person who I will become, like, the full-time manager is gonna be, like, so blessed.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, I just know you're not going to be making Google calendars for me and stuff.
No, you'd have to have someone do all of that. I'll just be, like, top-line manager. By the way, I see you're just touching, like, your nose, and I can see, like, bling bling left and right. I can see, I can see there's a small rock on your finger.
Just a little rock.
What's that about?
What should we call it? Should we call it Aso Rock?
Temi said her ring is Aso Rock. Don't kill me.
Aso. Yeah, so I guess you popped the question. Everyone can be quiet now. It's happened. It's
On
done.
31st of March 2022.
That fateful day.
Yeah. Man popped the question.
Okay, so I want to describe it. Okay, let me describe it from my point of view, and then we'll do your point of view.
All right.
So we are in Venice.
You're just going straight to Venice. Come on, man.
I can talk about the MV, right?
Give me. Yeah. But
Yeah.
give me my
your flowers.
Give me my flowers. And then
I'm not setting it up nice.
You gotta start from after your birthday. Now let's go.
Okay, so after TTT, Temi turns 26. The ones who know. I left Monaco, headed back to London, touched base for a few days, and I said Paris. Tosin was like, Temi, pack your bags, because we're going to Paris. I said, okay, sir, no problem. Packed up a duffel, got to Paris, and he said, we're going on the Orient Express. And this only makes sense if you know me. Like, one of my childhood, when I say childhood, I mean like, yes, 9-year-old Temi, after reading Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express, was obsessed with this train. Like, I just always loved Agatha Christie, like Poirot, Miss Marple, and that was one of my favorite books ever. Like, and I didn't even know the train was still running, right? Or I think at least they only just renovated it and it's back in service. But also knowing this thing takes like years to book. Like, it is booked out. Like, there's a waiting list times 10. But you pulled it off. You pulled it out of the bag.
Can I say something? You're distracting me. Like, the way your hands are going, like, close to your chest. Like,
I'm just holding myself.
Yeah,
the AC in Dubai is strong.
It's distracting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. Sorry,
Okay.
This guy's attention is very short. Let's get back to Orient Express. So there's actually a very funny story about the Orient Express, but we'll get there. So Tosin had known that this was like a lifelong dream. He had literally messaged my former PA.
Shout out to Beauty.
Shout out Beauty. We love you, miss you. And they had just been in cahoots about the whole thing, even about the ring. But I'm sure you'll get to that. They had been in cahoots for like years about this. And he managed to get the Orient Express to take us from Paris to Venice. So this is like a 17-hour train. You board the train at night, you have dinner, you sleep, you wake up, you're riding the whole way through the Alps on the train, and then you arrive in Venice the next evening. So we're in Paris, getting ready for the train, and we find out that the engine has broken.
Engine don't knock.
Knocked. Fully. And one of the guys who runs the train told us in his 28 years of being a part of the Orient Express company, this has never, ever, ever happened. The engine was gone. So we're all in the train station. It's about 2 a.m. People are wearing tuxedo and evening dress because there's a very, very strict dress code. You're not allowed to board the train in your jeans or trainers or t-shirt. They won't let you board. So anyway, we finally get on the train. It's now 3 a.m. Everybody is tired. The train has not left the station. Everybody's pissed. People are in fact off-boarding themselves. We have dinner. We wake up. The train has still not left Paris. So by this time, people are pissed. They're not leaving the train. But me, I will lie upon the train. I will sleep on top of the train. As long as we end up in Venice, the more time here, the merrier.
You remember that guy that was like a sugar daddy with sugar baby, and he was pissed. He had the best
room.
The best, the suite on the train, and he just like, I'm done.
And he was done.
And he wasn't like in his tuxedo.
Full tux.
By the way, we read, people always dress up to go on the Orient Express. So I had before then, like in Paris, I'd gone shopping, got myself some tuxedo, got myself like some pants, some shoes. I even I even got like my first kind of like timepiece.
Sorry. You're not gonna get away with that.
Yeah, I got my first timepieces.
Please just call it a watch.
No, it's not a watch. It's a timepiece.
No.
Very, very cute one. And then, we had a nice time in Paris, walking, get on the train. And then we remember when I was like, are we coming down from the train? When you asked me, are you coming down from the train? And I was like, it's an adventure. So
yeah,
continue.
but also I just wanted to maximize. If they say that we're still going to end up in Venice, that means we've gone in 48 hours on the train.
True.
Me, I'm not complaining. But Tosin was laughing because he said people were enjoying not showering.
Yeah, I was just like, these people just don't want to shower.
They just don't want to shower.
Because guys, there's no bathroom there's no like shower in this train.
Yep.
And so if you have to like spend 2 nights on a train and not shower for 2 nights,
It was a bit sticky.
yeah, and then it's like if you're not showering and you're home, just watching Netflix or whatever, it's fine. But when you're not showering and then you have to change clothes like 3 times a day.
And you're wearing makeup and there's silk and there's sweat. And you're sleeping in like bunk beds. It was a lot.
I swear that room was just like the size of this table.
Like when I say if I open my bag, it will hit Tosin's forehead. Like if I put on my shoe, like your bum will move. And yeah, of course, you have to fight in that cabin. Like they should do social experiments and put couples into like 2 by 2 meter cabins and see how quickly they fight.
What was our fight about?
No, it was like we were getting ready for dinner and I was in a bad mood.
Yeah.
I don't even know why.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
I don't even know why.
And then you got to dinner and you were just like in a bad mood. And
yeah.
I was just...
No, but at least I was self-aware. I was like, I'm in a bad mood and I don't know why. And I snapped out of it.
that sounds very familiar.
No!
That sounds very familiar.
You have to be nice to me today. You have to be nice. I'm so tired of you. Anyway, so we ended up, okay, at some point the train finally leaves. Half of the train has come off. We end up having 2 for 1. 2 dinners instead of 1. 2 nights of sleeping instead of 1. 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches. So we got double our trip.
Yeah.
And then once we arrive, they tell us we can have a free trip at any time within the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So you will see us on that train again.
So we got to go claim our
Amazing.
free trip, by the way.
Yes, please. Let's claim that.
And this time, we were the youngest people, the youngest couple on the Orient Express. So next time, guys, maybe we should tell people when next we're planning to do the Orient Express, and then we should just go full squad. Like there should just be like 50 Nigerians.
Let's rent it out.
And we should just rent it out. Like,
yeah.
Remember, you calculated how much like a trip would cost.
Potentially.
But we could rent it out and just party on the train for 1 full day.
That'll be a vibe.
We should contact them and just have like fans of the podcast there.
In fact, they should get in touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a vibe. It was like it exceeded my expectations in terms of beauty, and like the service was amazing. Food was great. It was just gorgeous. Like I like trains. I don't know. There's just something so romantic about this. Like you're in a different time.
And the fact that people were not a lot there. So remember, we would like go to. I guess this has happened to us a few times where we go on holiday and for some reason people are not there. Then it looks like we just booked out the whole place.
Thing.
So the train was like, remember when we had the drinks at some point, like that whole place was empty. We were taking pictures like we're doing.
And I was drunk, I can't lie.
Photo shoot there.
Yeah.
You weren't drunk, you were just tipsy.
I felt it though. With the train moving from side to side.
With the
when the train jiggles,
motion,
you can feel
true.
it. Was there ever a possibility of you proposing on the train? Did you have a fixed proposal date or you just went with the flow?
No, there was no fixed proposal date. I started working on getting the ring 28 November 2020.
Wow.
Actually in Dubai. I was in Dubai.
So like 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. and me and Beauty just were plotting, trying to figure out like your ring size.
Yeah.
At some point, I just wanted to like just say, you know what, Auntie, just just like go and pick go pick a ring. But
Yeah.
I just know that if for you it's not about like the ring
It's about you thinking
or
about
the size.
me.
It's just
Yeah.
like, okay, how much attention did this guy actually put into this?
Yes.
And so there was no fixed date. I'm just like, okay, what happens? And then I was just chatting with my friend. My friend happens to be like third or fourth generation, like from a precious minerals trading family. And then I just randomly chatted. I was like, oh, I went to this store, and it's like, oh, don't go to this store, like buy your rock. And I was like, buying the rock, that's actually kind of
And then
that's
you design
special
it yourself.
because it's like,
yeah.
okay, I was involved in the process of selecting the rock. And then I literally started, I'd say like I started to put aside some money. Guys, don't think like it's like so much plenty money, but it's like my widow's my like it makes a lot of sense to me. It's not even about the money. It's just like, how I'm very impromptu. But this was one thing where almost like every month I will send some money. Every month I'll send like a sort of like a direct debit. And I'm sure this guy was like wondering like, who does this? Like, who takes 2 years to actually, and then we selected the rock. And then after some time, I wanted something bigger. And I was like, oh, let me go get something bigger. And, his brother then snitched on me and told like the big brother and said, oh, Eazi wants to get a bigger rock. And he's like, fam, calm down. Like, just get this rock.
Yeah.
And then let's like do the ring. And then, there's, inshallah, like you could always do an upgrade.
An
like,
anniversary ring
or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, and so
I mean, I can't imagine any bigger than this. Damn.
and so Beauty and I started
Yeah.
like searching for designs, and I actually saw, I don't know how we bumped into like this design, and then we saw like a ring that looked, similar, and then we're like, okay, we want to touch it up. And I will send it when they did the AutoCAD drawing. I'll send it to her. Does this make sense? Because I feel if anybody like knows you to an extent, it's Beauty.
Yeah.
So
literally,
she was very helpful, but I think she was also tired of me because she's like, "Are you sure this
bless
guy?
her.
Like, are you sure this guy is gonna
Do it, yeah.
gonna do it? Like,
And you're
is this
so
guy actually-"
unpredictable.
Yeah. And so to answer your question, I didn't have a specific day.
Yeah.
I just, you know what's so funny? Like sometimes I'll be thinking, like I'll be in my head, I'll be thinking, oh, I wanna do this, and then that's when we'll have a fight.
I know, and then you won't do it, right? Yeah.
We'll have a like big
even
fight.
on the you're like, actually no, like fuck this bitch.
It's like, is this person guys?
I'm about to ask to be my wife. No, I'm actually annoying. But you
Likewise
too.
as
There'll be
well.
some days I'll be proposing and be like, nah, this guy's annoying.
Yeah,
AF.
like, this
He's not
guy
getting
is-
the rock today.
No, I'm telling
No
you.
way.
And so like I had, but long story short, we design it. He makes it. It still didn't feel like real to me until like I picked it up.
Yeah.
So when I picked it up, opened the box, I saw the I'm like, wow, this is actually real. But I still didn't know when it would happen. Like it could have happened anytime. And I literally just had it with me. Like
Yeah. And we're about to get to the actual story of the day. Because that day was weather dependent.
Yeah.
Like I might not even be engaged now, guys, if it had rained.
100.
So that's crazy. But what I love is that, I mean, if you're listening to this, I'm guessing you've seen the video. But like everyone's like, oh, it was so elaborate. It was so this, it was so that. But like it was really just the two of us in this stunning view. Like there was no roses or violin or fireworks. Like it was just a beautiful sunset,
Yeah.
blue sky, and it was just. I think it was the simplicity that people like in a weird way. But when people are like, "Oh, the craziest thing," I'm like, "Was it that crazy?" It was just stunning, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't OTT.
I think like there could have been more. Like I definitely had like some more wild ideas, but
I loved it.
it's like what is real to you, and it's like when you feel it. Like we don't have a perfect relationship. You know, it's a relationship like every other person's relationship. It's not like textbook relationship.
Yes, it's not a fairy
It's
tale.
not fairy tale.
It's not fairy tale.
Like, by the way, guys, we dey rock. Like me and Temi.
Okay, I mean, not that much.
Yeah, but
there's
like,
also
we
a
have-
level because I've also seen couples fight. I'm like, I've never
Yeah.
fought like that with you.
Yeah, like
Thank God.
we do right, but
We never shout at each other.
no,
But it's like that intense whispering.
yeah,
I don't like that you did this.
and
when
you don't
did this."
like when I use my
serious face.
You're upset,
Oh
and then I
my
just go
God,
serious
you go
face.
serious face. No, but it's like when you're fighting Tosin, it's like he's your dad. He's telling you off. It's so annoying. It's like literally like you're telling me off.
Yeah,
It's like that. It's like I just didn't like that you did this, and it's almost like I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
huh?
That's worse.
Yeah.
That's worse.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I was deciding where to do it, and then I came up with this
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. So we arrive in Venice.
Yeah, no, before we arrived in
Okay,
Venice,
fine.
and then we were during your birthday. I think it was even your birthday. We decided you're gonna be in the video.
Yeah, so during my birthday time, Tosin obviously has been working hard on his album. He has a song that he knows will definitely be a big single on the album. And did you see a correlation between our relationship and the song? But anyway, he asked me to be in the music video. But now I'm wondering whether the song was meaningful to our relationship because you wrote it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But also this is, of course, our first music video together. And I don't see us doing one for a long time
not
again.
anytime
So this is
soon.
really a one-off, guys. I
I
hope you're
never-
ready.
Yeah, I never even planned to like have you
Ever.
in a video. By the
Yeah.
way, before the video comes out, we need you to sign a release form
To do it. And
to
why?
give us the permission to release the video because you're in it.
Is this a business meeting or podcast?
No, I just
episode?
remembered now.
Okay, let's write it down real quick. In
By the
fact,
way-
let me stall this whole production.
Yo,
I'm gonna sue
Yasmin,
your ass.
My lawyer Yasmin,
I'ma
Ikena,
sue your
Ayomide, Julie, make sure you pursue Temi to sign
gonna
that
say
release form.
No, it's $1 million per year
But anyway,
for my likeness.
during the birthday, I was working on shooting this video, and then I decided, okay, since the train is going from Paris to Venice, I might
Yeah.
as well shoot a video
In Venice. Yeah.
And then we're just talking, and then I was just like, oh, why don't you? I already knew I wanted to tell you to be in the video because I had the idea
Yeah.
of you being in a video with me,
Yes.
and then, I asked you to marry me. So I had the idea,
Yeah.
and so, but I just wanted it
No,
to
but what
seem
about
like,
the song?
So
made
what
it the
happened?
one?
What happened was it was supposed to be another song. It was supposed to be Gobe,
Gobe,
and so I'd already sent Gobe to the producer, and Gobe is also personal because of the words I say in the song, and so I was thinking it was Gobe, but sometime last year, I think it was last year, I went to New York, linked up with Michael Braun, and I was so relaxed in the studio.
Redacted.
I was so relaxed in the studio. I was so relaxed in the studio. And then I remember I had eaten like maybe like 4 plates of jollof and 2 plates of eba.
Okay, let's just say you were the current state of oil prices.
Yeah, I was the state of oil prices. And then I basically, he was playing the guitar and I just was just singing. There was no beat. It was just guitar. I remember very, very vividly in his room, makeshift studio. Shout out to Michael Braun. And then I was listening to the song again. I remember I played the song to you. And the entire song was like a freestyle. But the second verse, I woke up one morning and I was in your house.
Yeah.
You weren't there. And then I just woke up. I was talking to King Promise and also Amadi because I had sent them the song. And then I just was, tell me what I for do. Although you did ginger me, tell me what's up with you. Baby, if you know be you, I swear I know go do. Yeah. And so I came up with the second verse in your bed. That's where I came up with the second verse of the song.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you were not there because, by the way, Temi doesn't want anybody playing songs off phone. So that's the reason why there's not a lot of songs made on that.
Let me just make it clear. It's because it has to be speakers. I don't like the iPhone speaker. It's jarring. Like, I need to hear from a Beats pill at least. Beats needs to give me it back. I'm now synonymous with the Beats pill. Anyway, let's keep it moving.
So, I'm listening to the other one, Gobe.
Yeah.
And then I'm listening to this one, Legalize.
Legalize, yeah.
And then it just hits me. Like, when you freestyle, sometimes is I don't think sometimes it's like randomness, but it's never really randomness because it's things that are like buried in your subconscious. It's like inspiration. Yeah. And so maybe without knowing, I'd had a ring in my pocket I'd gotten a ring for the longest. And so I was just listening to the song and then I just realized that, wait a minute, this song is about this.
Yeah.
Because...
Let's legalize.
Yeah, let's legalize. Because I'm like, guys, I'm going to go my Jay-Z moment and just explain the lyrics, because I'm like, now your love with a weak me. I don't tire. I'm fighting no more. Like, I'm no more going to fight this. Like, I'm just going to accept that, okay, I'm in love with this babe. All my life I've been searching. Now I found you. I'm searching no more. I'm like, okay. And then I go, I don't want to do no chorus. Baby, make we legalize. So I don't want to, chorus is like in the corner. I don't want it to be a corner thing anymore. I don't want it to be hidden. Like, I want to legitimize this. It was legalize. My whole world stops when I look into your eyes because I feel at peace. Even if you don't know, I will make you realize. So I'm gonna show you that, okay, I'm gonna show you that this is it. Even if you don't know, baby, I'm not gonna let you go, baby. You're my wife. All right, guys. So you know what we're gonna do for this episode? We're gonna cut it into two so that you guys can have juicy part 1 and part 2. So at this juncture, we're gonna stop and see you in the part 2 of this episode.
Don't forget to subscribe to our socials and follow our YouTube channel.
Share this episode on your socials and leave us with a review of 5 stars.
See you next week.